All right, guys, welcome back to the Former Farm Kid channel. Today we're talking about circle chords. Our problem read, in the circle below, that thing right there, HK is equal to 30. Here's H, here's K. That whole thing is equal to 30. And PM, right there, is equal to 8. So right away, we can look at our picture here, and we see we have a radius drawn in that is perpendicular to the chord. In that case, we know that that becomes a chord bisector. So if this whole chord here, HK, is equal to 30, we know that this half is equal to 15. We were also told that PM is equal to 8. We have in the problem a tick here and a tick here showing that these two legs are congruent, so therefore that leg is 8. We're now asked to solve for PH, this leg right here. So since this is 90 degrees, we also know this is 90 degrees. So we have a right triangle, and we can use the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. So solving for c, I know it's going to be the square root of 15 squared plus 8 squared. And that is going to equal 17. If you don't see how I came to this step right here, drop a comment in the comments section, but it's just basic Algebra 1 using the Pythagorean theorem. Okay, and now we are asked for the measure of arc GJ. So from here through H, all the way through there. So we see that this arc is attached to a central angle. If I can figure out either what this large angle is here or this angle right here, because we know these two are congruent by what I had said previously, then we can figure out what this arc length is here because it is equal to its central angle. Or in this case, it would be equal to twice this central angle. So the easy way to look at this is perhaps, since this is 90, we have a 30 up here, 60 triangle, which would make it really easy to determine that angle. This angle coincides with this angle. So let's draw what we have here in a 30-60 format. We have a 90. This is the angle I'm basically looking for to see if it is equal to 60. If it is equal to 60, a 30-60 triangle has this relationship. The base is x. This leg is x times the square root of 3. And in this case, looking at our triangle up here, x times the square root of 3, in this case, is equal to 15. Well, we know x, it's right here, 8. So is 8 times the square root of 3 equal to 15? And all you need to do is pull out your calculator and see basically if it is. So in this case, we have 8 times, sorry about the shadow here, we have 8 times the square root of 3. In this case, that is equal to 13.856, an irrational number. All we need to know, is it equal to 15? And in this case, it does not equal 15. So we have to approach it from a different aspect. Okay, so we are still trying to solve for this angle. Here is this triangle redrawn over here. Whoops. It's not 15 there. 15 goes here. Okay, so what we have, we are trying still to solve for this angle. Again, this is this triangle right here, redrawn here. Short leg is 8, the long leg is 15, and we are trying to solve for this angle, which coincides with x here. So in this case, we are solving for an angle, which means we're going to use the inverse. And in this case, the two legs I have available to me using simple SOHCAHTOA trigonometry, right angle trigonometry. I have my adjacent leg available, the measure of, and I have my opposite leg measure available. So in this case, I am going to use the inverse tangent function. So the inverse tangent of x is going to equal the opposite over adjacent, in this case 15 over 8. That gives me an irrational number of 61.92 degrees. I'm not going to mess with that in my calculator. All I'm going to do is hit my multiplication button and tell it to multiply that irrational number times 2. I do not want to round within the problem calculation. Will your answer still be close? Yes, but it's not going to be precise, and it may not be within the limits of what your teacher has set up as far as the latitude she is going to give you for rounding. So in this case, I'm going to take that, which is going to be my answer when I hit the multiplication key, times 2, and I come up with, and I'm rounding to the nearest 100th, it was 123.86 degrees. Any questions on how I came up with that or anything here in between, guys? Drop a line in the comment section. Appreciate you watching. If this has helped you a little bit, give me a thumbs up. Keep up the great work. Don't get discouraged. You can do it. Not only can you do this, you can do much greater things. God bless you. See you in the next time around.